Hello friend. In today's video, we shall learn how to lose 18 kgs of body weight absolutely naturally in 12 months time without any fad diet in case of PCOS, which will help us in improving our signs symptoms caused by PCOS absolutely naturally without any medication. So we need to understand few terminology first and foremost, of which is calorie. We listen and hear this word so very frequently in today's time. So what are calories? Just like car needs petrol to run, our body needs calories to do our day-to-day activity, and these calories come from the food that we eat. So any activity, be it sleeping, be it talking, be it doing anything rigorous, everything burns calories from our body. So we have to eat in calorie deficit. If in case we have to lose weight, we have to eat less calories than what our body needs to survive. And in that case, what happens is that our body starts burning the stored fat in our body as a source of that energy that we are eating in deficiency. And thus, over a period of time, we end up losing 18 kgs over 12 months, as I have told you. So, to eat in calorie deficit, first and foremost, we need to know that what is our energy requirement every day, because it will vary from one person to another. It is not the same. So we need to calculate our total daily energy expenditure, or the short form is TDEE. So if you put this word TDEE in the Google search bar and calculate TDEE calculator, you will find that so many free software comes down, and you can put your height, weight, gender, your activity level, and that will calculate what is your total daily energy expenditure. So once we know our total daily energy expenditure, it is easy to calculate that how to eat in calorie deficit, which would simply mean, say for example, your TDE turns out to be 2000 kilocalories every day. That is what your body requires. And if you eat 4000, sorry, not 4000, that will be too much, 400 calories in deficit, that would mean that you have to eat a diet which contains only 1600 kilocalories in it. So that is what is calorie deficiency. And to know that how much calorie your diet contains, you would need two more things. One is a digital weighing scale, where you can measure actually that how much of any food you are eating. It is important to quantify, to know the quantity of the diet you are eating. Then only you would know how much calorie it contains. A guesswork doesn't work here. Assumptions don't work here that, okay, fine, it must be this much grams only. No, you need to know. It can't be just 1 cup or 1 katora or one whatever. It can't be that. It has to be actually weighed in kgs or pounds, whatever. And yes, and few of you might think that, oh, it is such a tedious work. But then if you wish to lose your weight naturally without any medication, that too in a condition like PCOS, which is so stubborn, one needs to do few steps more than somebody else who doesn't have PCOS needs to do. But anyways, anyone who needs to lose weight, whether you are having PCOS or not, you need to quantify the diet you are eating, and then only you can calculate how much calories it contains. So once you have weighed your diet, you can download. There's so many calorie trackers available online. One of them is MyFitnessPal. There are so many other as well. You can put that, okay, fine, I have had 100 gram of rice, how much calorie it has had, and you had one bread and how much calorie it had. You had like 15 milliliters of oil in a day, how much calorie it has. So everything needs to be accounted for, so that by the end of the day, you know that, okay, fine, if my calorie requirement was 2000 and I have had a diet which is only 1600 kilocalorie rich, then I have eaten 400 kilocalories in deficiency. And how will that these small little things like eating 400 kilocalories deficient in a day help over a long period of time? Very simple calculation. So to lose 1 kg of body weight, you need to burn 7700 kilocalories, a known fact since ages. So if you are burning 400 kilocalories every day, multiply it with 30, which is 30 days, assuming that that month has 30 days. So in a month, you have lost almost more than 12,000 kilocalories you have burnt by just eating 400 kilocalorie deficient every day. And how much weight it will transpire into kgs? More than 1.5 kg every month. So you're losing 1.5 kg every month. And if you carry on this good work over 12 months, you would have lost more than 18 kgs, as I told you in the very beginning of this particular video, without any fad diet. You're eating just what you eat, but you quantify it and measure and eat well within your calorie requirement, and not just well within, just in deficiency, and you would lose it. To give you to tell you that how it is important and why it is important to measure your calorie, let me give you another example. Suppose you eat just one extra bread every day, which weighs 50 gram. One white bread, 50 gram, contains 133 calories. So every day you are eating just one extra bread, multiply it with 30, it is more than 3,500 kilocalories, which would mean that you have already gained 500 gram of weight in that month. And if you continue doing this, in 12 months time, you have gained 6 kgs without realizing from where this extra weight came from. So that is why it is important that we know, we measure what we are eating. And though weight loss, I mean, this is the principle behind weight loss, but eating healthy food is not so simple. There are so many other parameters to it, which we will discuss in another video, but few other things which will help you in losing weight. Eat a diet which contains adequate amount of protein. I'm not saying that have protein rich diet, but at least it contains as much protein as your body requires. So if you are a 60 kg girl or a lady, you need to have at least 60 gram of protein in your diet. And again, it can be calculated from your calculator, like calorie tracking app. It tells also that how much macronutrients like carbohydrate, fat and protein your diet contains. So you know it from there that how much protein you have had in your diet, because protein helps in building your muscle, and when more muscles you have, it is easier to burn your fat. A high protein diet also keeps you feel like you feel satiated for a long period of time, and thus you don't binge into junk food, etc. So that is why have protein which at least fulfills your body requirement. Secondly, try to eat diet which is low on glycemic index. So I cannot deal with glycemic index in detail in this video, because then the video will become too long. That we will cover in another video. So high glycemic index foods are those which make our blood sugar levels spike a lot, and more is the spike in the blood sugar level, more will be the spike of the insulin, and more insulin you have, more is the tendency for weight gain, for which you can watch my previous video where I have talked about the whys and hows of PCOS, the signs, symptoms and everything in detail about PCOS. So we don't want insulin spikes in our body, and so that is another thing. And third thing, drink lots of water, because it keeps you satiated. Secondly, it flushes out toxins from our body, and when you are, in case you are eating a high protein diet, then it again prevents our kidney from damages by flushing out the waste products created by the protein. So this is all very much in this particular video. Follow it, and I guarantee you absolutely that you will lose 18 kgs without, I haven't suggested you any special diet, just by eating what you are eating in calorie deficit, and you will thank me. So that is all about in today's video. We will, as I promised you, that in next video we'll talk about special diet types, like which should be eaten in moderation to be healthy, or the one which we should eat more to be healthy. And that is same for the PCOS patient as it is for anybody else. So don't get stressed that you have to eat anything fancier than what rest of the population is eating. Till we meet next time, have a good week ahead. Bye bye from me.